So here's how I broke into television. I'll say first that everybody has a different how I broke into television story, because it's not a real job where there's like an HR board or like a job board that has TV writing job open. So it's not like a regular job where you can just like apply for it. So everybody has a different way in, and my way in was this. It was I would say at least 5-year process for me, from the time I started doing improv and stand-up and writing to the time that I actually broke into a writer's room. And the timeline can be very different for everybody. I was doing improv and stand-up at night. I was working during the day. I had a full-time job. And I was hustling my little booty off because I knew that I couldn't burn the candle at both ends forever. And I'm the kind of person, if I know I want something, then I'm gonna do as much as I can to get that thing. And I'm gonna do it in the most efficient way possible. Basically, I just felt like I was burning the candle at both ends, doing improv, doing stand-up, putting on shows, working full-time. I was just like really dying, and I was just like, there's gotta be a better way. And what happened was web series started to become super popular. Issa Rae came out with her web series, Awkward Black Girl. Even before her, there was a web series called The Actress. I don't remember the name of that woman who put out that web series, but it was kind of like the first web series of our time, and it was amazing. Abby and Alana came out with Broad City at that time. So I saw web series and I was like, wow, like if I make a web series, like I could cut the amount of time that I am spending trying to break into television and like build up my career and my name, because I'll do an improv show for 5 people in Long Island City at 2:00 in the morning, or I can make an 8-minute web series. And even if 100 people see it, it's still better than me being at some random Brooklyn bar at 4:00 in the morning. It gets later and later when it comes to stand up. So I literally saw that as an efficient way to move my career forward. And I'm always looking for things like that. I'm always looking for things that can help me move forward in the quickest way possible. And when I saw web series, I just thought, I can do that. As a matter of fact, I have an idea for that. And at the time I had a improv team, and I had an idea for our improv team to kind of do like an office style kind of web series. And everybody was giving me so much pushback. Like, how are we going to do it? How do we have the money? Blah, blah, blah. Everybody's just coming to me with problems. And I was like, okay, like, ain't nobody got time, because I'm trying to move on from this job here, see? So I'm trying to like not have a full-time job and be burning the candle at both ends. I'm exhausted. So I decided to make my own web series. I decided to like step away from my improv team. That was another thing. A lot of people really struggle to quit things because they see it as a defeat. But I just look at it as, hey, is this the best use of my time? I love these guys, I love improv, but this is not the best use of my time. I think the best use of my time would be stand-up and making my own web series, because then I don't have to spend time negotiating with anybody else. I can just do what I want. And that's what I did. I left my improv team, I made a web series, I did everything I could to promote that web series like my life depended on it. I basically looked up where had Awkward Black Girl been written about. They had written about Broad City and Glamour. There was I forgot the name of the website, but Vulture used to be like a different website, like a comedy focused website. And I had sent my web series there, and they posted my web series. That ended up getting me a manager. A manager randomly just emailed me and said, I saw your web series in that website that used to be Vulture. And that's how I got my manager. And then like a few days after that, literally everything happened really quickly in quick succession. I got an email asking to submit a script, and that email ended up being from the producers of Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt, and that ended up being my first TV writing job. So it all just happened like kind of quickly, but you can tell that the momentum had been building for many years. And that's my story of how I broke in.